Hello, welcome to Philip's Thoughts. It's that time of year again. It's leafing time. You know, it's time to feed the garden. The garden fed us all summer, and now it's time for us to feed it. You know, I'm out here raking leaves, and got me thinking, you know, a lot of people I see, you know, they have these big bags, you know, I'm sure you've seen them sitting on the curbside. And, you know, they're sending their leaves off to, you know, Metro Waste Authority or, you know, whatever recycling place takes them. And that's fine, you know, but as a gardener, we should be using these leaves. You know, there's several different things we can do with them. You know, first off, you can compost them. You know, and I know you're saying, but, you know, Phil, I got so many, there's no way I'm going to be able to compost all that. And that's fine. You know, the other thing you can do, if you're like I am, and like I've got a garden that has a fenced-in area, dump the leaves in there. You know, dump them in now, let them sit over the winter. And that's going to give you just a nice cover so that it'll prevent weeds from popping up in the spring. And all you have to do then in the springtime, you know, when you're going out planting your tomatoes and whatnot, is, you know, you just poke a hole in the middle of the leaves, and again, you still have that cover there to help keep the weed from, you know, popping through. And of course, we add our leaves to our garden as ground cover for over the winter. And, you know, this will make a nice layer for us so we can go ahead and plant in the springtime. And depending on the type of planting we're doing, we can either just leave the leaves whole like this, if we're just going to put, like, say, individual tomato plants in, or if we want to put some type of a row crop where we're going to be planting seed, we can actually come over in the spring with our mulching mower, run over this, which will make it a finer cover, and then we'll be able to plant the seeds in there. So lots of different ways, but for now we're just going to go ahead and fill up the garden with this. If we look over here, we can see that we've got some pine needles that are going over top of our existing mulch that we have down. And, you know, hey, this is great. Again, you know, this is coming from my neighbor's yard. They've got some pine trees. But yeah, just some more nice ground cover. Going to add that organic material to our garden. So hopefully we can get some really good veggies out of it. Another thing I've seen some people do is burning the leaves, which I just don't understand. I would not recommend it. You know, I'm sure some areas you can do it if you know, have burn laws that are allowing that. But to me, there's no sense in doing that. You know, find a big, you know, if you got a big farm or something like that where you know, got to burn or something like that, just find a big place and put them there and let them compost down. You know, another great thing about these is, you know, worms are going to love that. Especially in the springtime, you know, they're going to start getting active and everything. They're going to come up in your garden. They're going to be going for that leaf matter. And, you know, it's just going to promote, you know, better ground for your plants. Another thing with raking leaves is, one, you know, it's a good form of physical activity to get out. You know, it's starting to get cooler. You know, you don't want to, you know, you're going to be stuck in the house in the winter if you're up in the northern climate. Most of the winter, you know, riding your exercise bike or whatever. Get out and enjoy the fresh air while you can. Take the kids out, get them, help them with the leaves, you know, relive your youth, make a leaf pile, jump into it. Watch out for sticks, you know, they come down with the leaves too sometimes. But, you know, it's something you can have fun with, get them on there. If you're not looking to, you know, compost them or put them in your garden, another thing you can do is just run them over with the lawnmower. Go ahead and mulch those puppies up. See a lot of neighbors of mine where they will, be dumping, you know, a couple 100 pounds, you know, and they'll brag about it. Yeah, I put a couple 100 pounds of fertilizer on my lawn. You know, I put a couple 100 pounds of weed killer on my lawn. And yet, you know, as soon as a leaf hits the lawn, they're out there getting that off there because heaven forbid there should be a leaf on their lawn, you know. But that's what, you know, look out in nature, you know, that's what's there to feed the ground. Just mulch it up. Just run it over to the lawnmower. It'll be fine enough. It'll go down in between the blades of grass and it'll compost itself right there, and that's going to feed your lawn wonderfully. So yeah, just, you know, use what nature gives you. I mean, you know, there's no reason to, you know, spend tons of money and, you know, all that backbreaking work if you really don't want to. You know, I mean, get out, use your riding lawnmower, use your push mower, whatever, you know, mulch those suckers up. You know, if you've got a riding mower with a leaf catcher on it, hey, great for you. But yeah, you know, here, get out, get a little bit of exercise, and we'll get these suckers, you know, picked up. And, you know, for me, they're going to go into my garden, maybe a little bit into the compost, We've got a lot of stuff in there already, so I'm not sure if we got a whole lot of room to put that in. As you can see, I've got my compost bin. It's pretty full. This will just sit over the winter, and then in the spring, we'll dig out from the bottom, take out all that good compost, put the bigger chunks back on top, and yeah, we'll have lots of compost for planting and feeding the garden, and you know, we'll just start the whole cycle all over again. Now I'll probably keep adding things to this because it will go down over the winter as this does its thing, and you know, turns into nice fresh compost for us. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're out here gathering up our leaves to feed our garden so that next year it can feed us. So hope you enjoyed this video. You know, again, please like, subscribe, follow, come back for more. Till next time, keep thinking, guys.